Hey guys, welcome to episode 19 of the Real Estate Huddle, and we are here to talk today about restaurant hotspots or neighborhood hotspots with a lot of good places to eat that you may or may not be aware of. And so we've got kind of a mixed bag here as far as just people that are a little more like closer to some of the downtown spots or have eaten, in more urban settings, and also some of us that are more in the burbs. And so it'll be kind of a mix. But man, there's this place called Red Robin that you guys should check out. No, I'm just kidding. They give you a balloon. You can watch the TV on the ground. We're not going to talk about Red Robin here. Not so much the franchises, but also like just little places that are like, cool, quaint, like have their own ownership that really takes care of people. That sort of thing. What comes to mind, guys? First off, anything that you've experienced that you're just like, wow.
I'm remembering awesome. Where you live, and that's one of the coolest spots in all of town.
Yeah.
But my first thought is downtown Littleton. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not because of the view house. A place kind of at the top called Grande Station we love.
Oh, cool.
In the summer, you sit outside.
Nice.
Can't go wrong. Anyway, just up and down the street, anywhere.
Nice.
That's
great ice cream joint right around the corner there. Say it again?
What kind of food is Grande Station?
Yeah, generic kind of American cuisine.
Lots of burgers, sandwiches, stuff
burgers.
like that.
They got good wine lists. Anyway, it's good.
Cool. That is a fun setting. I just love the walk score around there, all the shops and everything. Mm-hmm. Sweet. That's been renovated recently. They used to have Merle's was there, and like they had a couple.
So this
of
is
other
further
places.
up, yeah.
So it's up on the top.
Merle's, that's the place I could never remember that. We used to love Merle's. That's been like 5 places since.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. Any others, guys, that stand out?
Yeah, for me, I mean downtown for like more foodie kind of restaurants. I think Rhino's great. Mm-hmm. There's Root Down, which is one of my favorites. It's just kind of like American fusion. But they do a lot of cool stuff. They have like nice cocktails. Working Class is like a Latin American kind of foodie place, more small plates. So there's a ton of stuff. I mean, there's stuff like, Zeppelin Station, places where they have like a couple little food places where you can try different things, and then like a bar upstairs, setups like that. I think Avanti down there as well. So if you're a foodie or like small bites kind of stuff, I think Rhino's definitely a good neighborhood to be in.
Is Root Down, isn't it in Highlands or no? Or is there another one in Highlands?
I think I only think there's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I used to work in Rhino, like 35th and Walnut or something like that. And it was before COVID. So all the stuff was almost there, and then we all left for 2 years. But Zeppelin was a big win. It was, you rent a kitchen, so it would turn over every so often. Some made it, but that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do like seasonal ones too, where it's like, just for a season, they'll have a place in there that does a certain type of food or whatever. So it's definitely, there's a couple spots like that in downtown Denver that are like designed that way to have multiple different vendors inside.
The Milk Kitchen.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's a cool one.
That's very similar.
I like that.
A little bit more
I think
established.
so, yeah.
Yeah. There's so many places like around. I love Stanley's Marketplace in
cool.
Central Park. Is awesome. Like it's just fun to walk around there, and they've got the Denver Biscuit Company. They've got like all these great places to eat, and it's fun. They've got their what's it called outside, like the market that they do on the weekends every weekend. That's really cool to see all that. So if you haven't experienced Stanley's Marketplace, that's a good one to go check out. And then we got our newest member of our team, April Levesque. I've got to introduce you here.
Thank you.
Been in the commercial world for a few years and doing residential now. And so we're so excited to have you on set for the first time.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your hot restaurant places that you really like.
Well, being in my bubble in the South Denver, I recently, I think it was last year, found out about, I think it's called the Milk Market. Mm-hmm. Is that over
Is that
in
what
Larimer?
you're talking about?
Yeah.
There's also Dairy Block, like off Wazee in Denver.
So it's all you go in and you get to choose,
You're talking about the same place, I think. Yeah. The dairy block
really?
is awesome. Yeah.
So, okay,
That's
yeah.
I think
that's
so.
a cool
And you
spot.
walk in, and there's all kinds of different foods, and there's bars, and
Yeah.
you just kind of hang out there all day.
Yep.
So I just
3
discovered that
meals.
last year.
Go and have a good breakfast, chill
Oh yeah, that's
out,
what we
lunch,
do. We go
start
for
drinking.
breakfast, and
It's so cool.
And especially in the summer, it's so nice out.
Yeah.
But another one I went to this weekend for the first time was on Gaylord Street in Wash Park, and it was Perdida,
Oh yeah.
which I think we talked about that, but it is
Good stuff.
really good.
Some of the best fish tacos I've ever had. It was
Really?
amazing. Yeah. and
Everything was good.
You're quite a connoisseur of fish tacos, as I recall.
I do. I eat a lot of. I'm
Didn't we
healthiest
have them
food on
in-
the planet, man.
In Texas, we went to like 3 places with tacos. So it's
Hey, it's pure protein, not a whole lot of fat, and it makes you feel good. So, and I love when they add cilantro and pico de gallo and like all the just amazing.
Well, now I have to
flavor
go back
around
and try it
Oh, it's
because
so
we had
good.
fajitas.
Did you? I
Yeah,
bet those were good
they
too.
were so
huh?
good.
Yeah. So, if you're like Latino, perdida, right? If Kim was here, she would say it like that. But for the common folk, it's
Perdida.
Perdida. But that's a good one for sure. And that whole like Gaylord Street, you've got that amazing pizza place that's nearby too. Mountain, what's that called? The man, I
It's
can't.
like the, what do they call the place on the bottom corner? It's got great Sunday brunch. It's called like the
I was
Wash
told-
Park Grill. Wash Park
Oh,
Grill.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then across the street is like one of the better burgers in town.
Park Burger. Yeah.
Park Burger?
Park Burger's awesome. Yeah.
Anyway, that
Been there
whole
a couple
There was a lot of
Stress.
good things in there.
Yeah.
There was that Devil's Cake, maybe, or
There's a sushi place
Something.
right up there on the right. Anyway, my
Yeah, it's
thought
good
when we were
stuff.
thinking about this is, like, if you go to Gaylord Street, you cannot go wrong. If you go to, like, it's very small, but like Bonnie Brae,
Yep.
maybe you just end up there, you get homemade ice cream after
Yeah.
the fact.
People love Bonnie Brae.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
place. It goes by, it's like 2 lights, but it's
yeah.
you love that. I thought about Old Town Castle Rock. Has anyone been down there lately?
Yeah.
I have.
Wilcox Street.
On
Yeah.
Wilcox,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
fun.
It is
turning over.
Great.
Yep.
You just walk there in the sun. Anyway, they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
They are.
Great Divide Brewery was there. There's this great place down there. It used to be called the Old Church, but it's this restaurant in a church, and now it's called Scileppis.
Okay.
Great Italian.
Wow.
Anyway, great place.
That's a
But
fun
you-
environment. I
But you
love
just
walking
get
around
in
there.
that neighborhood, you can't really go wrong.
And
Yeah.
Great Divide just opened up in Lone Tree 3 weeks ago. in
That's the one you were
Schwab
talking about.
building.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of there a lot.
I did not ask my
It's-
son if he'd been there, but I'm sure he'll find his way.
Super good.
That's awesome. Those are good to know about. The one I was thinking of was Homegrown Tap Dough.
Okay.
Is the pizza place that's got like pizza and salads and stuff on Gaylord Street. That's right by there. But
Can't go wrong.
There's some great spots in the suburbs. These little downtown spots, like downtown Littleton, you mentioned, Wilcox Street and Castle Rock, and then Main Street Parker is awesome too. They've got a really good Indian food place there that's amazing, and then some ice cream places along the way that are
Right on
incredible
the
too.
classic old, that little,
Main Street. Yep.
one of the things that came out of COVID was bad, right, mostly, but in the mountains in Breckenridge, where they would just cut off like 6 blocks and all the tables were in the streets. They still do that a couple of weekends, and then they do the same thing in downtown Littleton.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
They
nice.
shut down traffic, and anyway, I think that's great.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of European, isn't it? Like
It
in
is,
some
well-
ways, like
The positive that came out of COVID.
yeah. When I was in Spain, I lived there for a couple years, and they had like the paella. They had a paella dish that would feed like the whole town. Basically, it was like this huge thing that covered like a
Yummy.
whole block, and they had these burners underneath it and cook it. It was just such a cool like thing to see and like see people
Just
just
bring
come
your
up,
own
dish
bowl?
themselves a plate,
yeah.
and go for it. But those things that like kind of bring the community together are really fun as far as food goes. 'Cause I think that's what food does, right? Kind of
Yeah.
brings people together and is
Amen.
nostalgic in ways too. So awesome. What else, guys? What are some other good places?
What's the rest? What's your neighborhood called? I'm just drawing a blank.
Oh, in Lakewood, I'm in Belmar.
Belmar,
So-
like
Oh, nice.
everywhere you go.
Yeah, there's
Granted,
a ton of stuff. There's Locust Cider Bar. T Street is a great
Pho
spot.
place is really good.
I love Tony Pho. There's a lot of like, more mom and pop stuff down there. So like El Consome de Morelos Dos, if
Whoa,
that's
whoa, whoa,
pronounced
whoa,
right. Best Burrito Tacos place. There's Tony Pho. There's Thai Farmhouse. So there's a bunch of like authentic kind of mom and pop cuisine places down there. So I really like
Yeah.
being
Those are
able to try
sometimes the
everything.
best.
Yeah.
And
Like-
you can like grab and go, right? Like walk around, eat while you walk, that sort of thing, which is a lot of
Shopping
fun.
is off the hook there too. Anyway, that's a great.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere
Yeah.
you go, you're good.
Another place right in Lakewood that's like, you know, shops on the bottom, living space on the top sort of things. They went vertical in Belmar, so it's just very pleasing to the eye. They did a great job with that.
And Tech
whole
Center did that too with Landmark.
Yeah.
And
that's
all
right.
the restaurants and comedy club and, you know.
I didn't even write that down. We got a Landmark all the time.
Yanni's, I'm there
What's
every
the-
Friday.
Pizza Republica. Wait, what did you say?
Yanni's, I go every Friday
Don't
for
go
lunch.
to Yanni's, but they've got a Bad Daddy's.
Yep.
They've got 2 sushi places.
Hapa,
Papa's right
Slattery's,
there.
You know, the Irish.
Across the street from Slattery's Pizza Republica.
Yep, Pizza Republica's
That's
awesome.
kind of our go-to.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Southglenn's fun too.
Southglenn I wrote
They've
down.
got-
What do you love down there?
They've got another pho place that's down there that's
Yeah,
really good.
I've been
and
there.
They've got. I'm trying to think of some of the other places. I just love walking around down
They've
there.
got a Perry's, you know, a place on the corner. But anyway,
Yeah.
Oh, pizza.
Yeah.
Hidden
Yeah.
gem.
Perry's is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think is Carmine's Deli. It's like been there for decades and decades. You can go in there, you'll get the biggest sandwich of your life, absolutely loaded up. If you want like a true Italian deli experience.
where is this? In
this
Southglenn?
No, in Lakewood, on west side of town.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, go to Carmine's. They've been there for forever. They're all super sweet in
I've
there.
never been to a bad Carmine's, and that name is so popular in Italian restaurants. Every city I've ever lived in has a Carmine's, and it's not the same.
Yeah,
Laverne-
they've been
Laverne
there
and
since
Shirley,
like
anyone?
1840
Big
or
Ragu,
something.
Carmine.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Remember?
Well, our viewers are they're gonna be hungry after
I
this.
know.
But a couple. There's like a little strip mall, totally unassuming. You'd never know. I think it's next to like a grocery store or something. But Cafe Giordano in Lakewood is like one of our favorite places. We love going there. Like
What are the crosses?
owner greets you. Like she's from Italy. Her whole family's from Italy, and her whole family works there. Like it seems like her water boys are like her nephews, and like you know
Oh,
stuff like that.
nice.
It's just like so cool, and they take care of you. Like we brought our kids, and they bring you toys for your kids to play with. They have like a ton of toys in the back and keep them entertained, and so they just love like. I mean, it's a great atmosphere for anyone going there, but. The owner, oh my gosh, Irene or Elena, I can't remember her name. She's just so nice and friendly. So that's what keeps bringing us back. And then the sauces, like all the cheese sauces they put on their meats. They have this one that's called, I think it's the Bob on their menu because it's Bob, who was one of the workers' favorite meal. Or maybe it was an old employee or a customer that used to go there and order that like special. But the Bob, it's like this like 5 cheeses all combined on top of a chicken, and it's like. I mean, just unbelievable. So
Nice.
that's a good spot for sure.
So what are the cross streets?
Jewel and Kipling.
Jewel and Kipling.
Yep. Yeah, good spot. And then just up from there on Old Kipling and like right around Jewel too is Taste of Denmark. If you haven't been there,
What food comes
Yeah,
from Denmark?
pastries.
Pastries.
Oh.
It's all pastries. So like the
Okay.
freshest, like they have this
Ooh, yeah.
almond bear claw.
Oh, I know.
that I could seriously, I feel like Chris Farley when I go there. Just lodge those bear claws in this region right here. Like it's unbelievable. I could eat like 5 of those and like no hesitation, unfortunately. But it's so good. Like the best pastries I've ever had in my life. But they close at like 11 o'clock, so you got to get there early. And the earlier the
Because
fresher.
they sell out every day.
Yeah, that's
They
what I was
sell
going
out,
to say.
yeah.
They sell out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My guilty pleasure restaurants are kind of the opposite for like late night places. Right by DU's campus, there's Jerusalem restaurant, super good, and they're open
nice.
super late. So like when you go there, there's a ton of people there late at night, ending their night there. So that's a really good one. My Bedouin friend approved it. It's authentic according to them.
Nice.
I don't know, but the food's delicious.
We just
I
catered
like
from
it.
there for one of our tournaments a couple weeks ago. It was a hit.
You liked it?
It was great.
Sweet.
I've never been there. I'll check that one out.
Yeah, just right by DU.
Does anyone know a place where they have like the rotisserie meat that's like the shawarmas, the kebabs?
Isn't that Fogo
I
de
wish.
Chao?
Yeah, Fogo de Chao.
well,
Park
no,
Meadows,
well,
or no?
Chow
I mean-
has that, but it's like more steak.
Like
you know?
gyro. Oh.
It
Like
used
this
to be
is
Rodizio.
Right, Rodizio. I love those. Like the Brazilian grills are incredible.
You mean like Greek, like lamb?
But yeah, like the lamb and beef that they'll spin on these
Yeah.
things and they'll just shave them off into like a pita type thing or a burrito type thing. And I had them in Spain all the time.
First
I've
place
yet
I
to
had
find one
that
that's like amazing.
on the streets of New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got to be
New
on the
York, they have
street.
it.
You
Like
got to go to
there-
the green food truck in downtown Denver. It's a food truck, so I can't tell you where it is, but
Right.
they have really good gyro.
I'm
or
telling you,
gyro,
the
or however
Yanni,
it's said.
they don't shave it at the table, but they have the lamb and the chicken and the pita. I mean, it's
Okay.
a small little Mediterranean place.
Yeah.
But
They're probably just doing it
is
out back.
So good.
They're shaving
yeah,
it off
right?
out back
They
and then
just
bringing
don't
it.
want to see it. But no, you got to try it. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
So when you say South Denver Broadway, what are? Because when I think of, there's some great stuff along Broadway, kind of north of Hamden. There's like those 3 or 4
Yep.
blocks. There's everything you look at is awesome.
Yes.
There's be a
That-
Jimmy John's too. You got to look
Yeah.
past.
No, and even just a block off of Broadway, you can
Yeah.
find some really great, little places that might not, might be a little more quiet. But
No one's brought up Cherry Creek.
Cherry Cricket
Cherry
I was
Cricket, we
gonna
got
say,
one in town.
Cherry Cricket.
voted one of the best burgers.
So good.
in all the land.
I've tried 3 times to go to the one in Littleton.
Yeah.
And it's still packed.
Yeah.
Well, granted, we're going on the weekends, but
Cherry Cricket's good.
still, always good.
there's,
like-
if you go further up on 2nd and 3rd, you can't go wrong.
Machete Tacos there is really good. I think they have a couple locations.
I'm always thinking about the little,
There's
There's
little,
Bilbo
Where you gotta
Cay, which
get-
is like
get
super
dressed up to
fancy.
If you feel like going through a time machine in Sedalia, there's Bud's Bar.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like-
is. It is so good.
Oh yeah, one
is
of the
that the
best
place that
cheeseburgers
they
ever.
just redid or the place around the
No.
corner
They
where
did
you
not
not
just redo
wide
it.
no
open is
French
the-
fries, only chips?
So
Yes,
that
only
one?
chips. Yep.
yes, only chips and cash only. It was cash only for the longest time. They just started accepting cards like
Aw.
last year.
Did
For
they
what
really?
it's worth,
Yeah.
I've never been, but when my dad was visiting, we set out to find the best burger, and I sent my son and my father there. But I
Yeah, everybody says it's one of the best.
It is
and it's
solid.
very simple.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, very no frills.
yeah,
So good.
They don't even have fries, so
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people. It's
if you
always
ask
packed.
for fries, you'll be asked to leave.
we
Yes,
could do a
we
whole
probably
nother one just on the best burger.
They have a
I
sign,
know.
right? Do not ask for fries. We don't have any. But
I actually went somewhere this weekend that was I went to Perdida as well, but we did a perfect landing. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Is that the
At
one
the
at the
Centennial
airport?
Airport.
Centennial
Mhm.
Airport.
Oh, cool.
So, there's no other restaurants around, but you're on the runway.
that's cool.
And you're in the top floor of like a 2 or 3 story building, and they have a piano player. It's mainly seafood and steak.
Wow.
But you get to watch the planes
They do good
take
brunch
off
on
and
Easter.
land.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so you kind of get to. We went at night, so it was a little harder to you could see the planes taking off,
Yeah.
but during the day, it's obviously you have better views. But
That's
it's it's really it's kind of neat. You watch the planes come in, and they private planes come in, park, and come inside and eat. And
That's really cool.
You have 3 little boys.
Sounds
Are any of
fun.
them into airplanes?
Oh yeah, they love
So
them.
my son
Yeah.
was just a junkie. We would go there and he would just sit on the
oh
ground.
yeah. I took my son
so
for his
cool.
birthday because he's going to be a pilot, so that's why we went. I surprised
go.
him.
Nice. Man, I need to take my kids there and then come home and watch Top Gun or
Oh,
Maverick.
absolutely, you'll get them so
That'd be
pumped.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Love it.
If you've never had the experience of getting your food through the wrong side of your car at a drive-through, Tacos Rapidos is also great. They get so busy, they have a drive-through on both sides, so you're like leaning over your passenger seat
wow.
trying to like get your food.
Yeah.
Wonderful experience.
Where's
they,
that?
they have a couple locations.
Okay.
So there's like one kind of like in Denver on the west side. I know there's like one up north, like Arvada. I think they have a couple now. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Wow, that's cool. Well, I gotta try that. Back to burgers. My personal
We're gonna go burgers 'cause
favorite
we gotta-
burger in the world is Del Frisco's. They have on the lunch menu, the bar menu.
And it's only
Unfreaking
$29?
No, it's like
It's not
it's like
that-
$17.
Yeah,
or
I
something
don't
like
even
that.
think you can get it at night. I think it's only on the lunch menu.
If you request, I've done it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just about, hey, can I see the bar menu? And they'll
Nice.
they'll bring it over, and you can order it off the bar menu. But
It
like,
is
I've
amazing.
heard you talk about that.
the quality of meat and the rub that's on there is just like to die for. It's so good. I'm
So-
getting emotional just
It's
talking about
super affordable.
it. Yeah.
Really is.
The Castle on
Oh yeah, I just went there.
Broadway or University,
Yeah.
where's that?
Yep.
It looks like hell. It
Yeah.
looks awful. And it hasn't changed since like 1980.
It's divey. Yeah.
But the burger is
I
very
haven't heard
good.
of that.
Yeah, the burger I had was really
It
good.
looks like, you remember the White
pit.
Castles?
Oh yeah, I love
So
those.
it's not the white, but it's painted to look like a castle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the castle.
But the burgers aren't the same
No,
as
that's
No,
White
no, no,
Castle.
no, no.
No,
pretty
no.
big, like
I
good
love White
size
Castles.
burgers.
The original
Yeah.
slider, White Castle.
Yeah.
No, but the burger's really good. You gotta suck it up because it's like time warp.
Yeah,
Not the cleanest place, but the burgers.
that's awesome. Well, there's
That's the other end of going to Del Frisco's for a burger.
way to bring us back
Yeah.
to reality. But you can get out of Del Frisco's with like a $20 bill, maybe 24 plus tip, right?
Yep.
Like,
Burger and water.
oh yeah, burger and water.
The fries are good too, and
If you can pass on the wedge salad, but they'll bring a sesame bread still get
know,
the
they
rights
still
to the
get the
sesame bread.
it's awesome.
It's amazing. But I think like if you're going steak, like nice dining, Perry's is like unreal. Like not Perry's Pizzeria, but
Right.
the Perry's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
In Park Meadows.
Best service I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
That's where
at
you
a
get that
steakhouse.
great pork chop.
Yeah, they're famous.
The pork
for their
chop's
pork chop.
famous. That like brown sugar glazed pork chop is unreal. But like
So-
doesn't even taste like pork chop. It tastes like
So
something better.
another place like destination because you can't go wrong. Larimer Street between like the mall and like 14th or something.
Like Larimer Square.
Larimer Square right
Yeah.
there. There's like 8 restaurants on both sides. The Capitol Grill is there.
Yeah.
Tamayo.
Yeah, those are all good.
You cannot go wrong. Anything there is good.
So it's funny because like people come from, especially the Californians, right? Like Orange County people, San Diego people. I've heard a lot say like Denver has the worst food. Like we don't have good food here and stuff. And I don't, it's a matter of opinion, I guess. But I think we have so many good places to eat and
buy that.
like great cuisine here and very diverse too. But I guess everybody, depending on where you've come from, like I have had the best like breakfast burrito I've ever had in California and San Diego, but there's certain things that I think maybe we lack, like the shawarma kebab, the authentic like Mexican food, especially stuff like that. But for the most part, I think we just have some awesome places. And White Chocolate Grill is one of our favorites.
Yeah.
One of my
Love
wife's
that
favorites.
place.
They're great.
Gosh, I haven't been
Great
there in years.
environment.
It's right next to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
I went with my in-laws. We took them there, and my wife and all of them, blue cheese crusted filet or whatever they call it, and it's just their go-to. Like that thing is unbelievable.
That place is
Great
good.
steak.
I don't know who named that place.
Yeah,
White
smart.
chocolate.
White Chocolate Grill. Yeah, steak.
Sounds
So catchy.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, and that my favorite dessert on the planet, I think, is their banana cream pie is to die for.
That's good. The white chocolate brownie is my favorite.
Yeah.
At that
good.
place.
Yeah.
Really good dessert.
First
Ice
time I
cream on
went
top.
to Cheesecake Factory, thought it was just dessert.
Yeah.
You sit there and like, oh, look, and
No
the
way.
menu is like this big.
I mean, it is.
98
they don't-
pages long.
Yeah, they don't specialize in anything but cheesecake. They have everything from.
I don't trust that.
I don't either.
I don't trust
That's how I
that
am.
when you're making pad thai for the first time in 3 months that it's going to be good.
The same way. That's why I'm like, they don't have any specialty other than cheesecakes. So it's always a little weird to me.
I like a place that has like the bar in
6 things they
Sedalia.
do.
Like, yeah, they're like, we do one thing and we do
Yes,
it good.
Do it really well.
We do everything.
In and
it
out
might be
burger.
good.
1, 2, 3. Go. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we haven't mentioned Sushi Den yet. Like for the sushi
Yeah.
lovers out
Classic.
there,
Yeah.
my buddy TC took us there, and it was just like unbelievable, like out of this world sushi. You pay for it.
We're gonna have to come
but it's
back
good.
to this topic and focus on specific foods because I feel like there's 6 other sushi places because
break this down.
you can't always go to Sushi
is a
Den.
good
Hapa's really good.
casual sushi. Steuben's Diner downtown is like
17th.
classic diner.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
For sure.
Sushi Den, the thing is, every time I go there, we spend hundreds of dollars, and then we have to go across the street to the pizza place.
Yeah.
Because you leave hungry. 'Cause it's just
I
all
don't think
little-
you're doing that quite
You don't think?
right now.
You're getting the specialty ones,
Probably.
the sashimi stuff. That's
Yeah.
like, A lot of
Well, that's
money.
what you do. And
You get the rolls; those will fill
if
you
you're
up.
driving south on University to get to 25, and you slow down because you've got Bonnie Brae ice cream.
Yeah.
And if there's a spot,
Yeah.
you got to go. That's the way we do it.
That just
Well,
made me
Land of
think.
Sushi. Land of Sushi by
Land of-
Southglenn. On the across the street of
Oh, I've been there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually in a strip mall next to like a toy store, but it is so good.
We've been there. We went there
Everybody
on
loves it.
Christmas Eve one year.
Did you like it?
Oh, well, always. It's
Yeah,
great.
I thought it was great.
It's awesome. You just said ice cream again, Chad. I can't stop this without saying Little Man's ice cream. I love Little
There's a
Man.
Little
it's
Man.
like
Oh,
a
it's
milk
iconic.
jug shaped like a milk jug.
We've got like a pop-up Little Man's.
Kind of
and-
close to the Highlands, like just south of like on. Is it on Lowell or is it on Spear? I can't remember what street it's on. But
I'm bad with just
Little
street
Man?
names
Ice
downtown.
cream.
I just
I'm gonna-
know.
I think it's singular, Little Man.
I love
and
ice cream.
They have the same ice cream in Union Station too.
They have a
just sell
pop-up
it there
one
as
at
well.
like Hamden and University where that King Supers is.
Oh, I know what that is.
It was a Little Man there. I don't know if it still is. But
salted Oreo.
Yeah, if you see
Oh.
a big steel milk jug with a line wrapped around it,
Okay.
you're in the right
Always
place.
a
How
line.
have I never
Like-
seen that?
I've been there when it's like an hour-long line.
Yeah, if
And
you
we
don't have
waited.
time,
And you
you
wait?
might want to choose another ice cream place.
It's got to be a nice night, good weather, but like it's unbelievable.
there's this place in downtown Breckenridge where they sell crepes,
Oh, yeah.
chocolate crepes. Anyway,
right where
so
that
on a
is.
Saturday night,
Yep.
I mean, it's an hour.
Yeah.
And the kids were like, see ya.
It's good
Here's
stuff.
$20.
Keystone has
Yeah.
one of those too, right off the slope. That's
Is it the same thing?
so good. I don't know if it's the same.
I don't think it's that
really
good. Oh, I know the one you're talking about, right at River Run. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Garden Grace, have you guys ever been there?
I haven't. I know
So,
all about it, but
Kind
yeah.
of a high-end steakhouse, but the owners of Garden Grace, which I've heard is really good. I've never actually been there either. They made Hashtag, this new breakfast place that they just
Oh, the
opened
one
up
right
in
by-
Highlands
I've heard of
Ranch,
that.
yeah, Town Center or Central Park in Highlands Ranch. Unreal, like their pork shoulder.
A
They have
boozy breakfast place, right?
Yes, that's what it's called. Yeah, but they have
seen
this
that.
slow roasted pork shoulder that they put in like half the items on their menu, and it is so tasty. Just
I've
like
got a
really good stuff.
I've got a gift certificate to that place. I've not used it.
I've been
right across from the
I've been
office.
5 times since they opened like 3 months ago. Like
I've saw it and I didn't know what it was. I haven't even. Now I have to go. It's in my
So good.
backyard.
yeah.
It's hard to park in there now because there's a bunch of people.
It's
over
always
at
been tough.
Hashtag.
It used to be,
Yeah.
what was it called before? Next Door?
Yeah, it was like next door
Anyway, we
restaurant.
love that place.
Yeah.
And they
Just didn't quite
thought
make
about
it.
coming back after COVID, but it never did. And they finally, this is what, 4 years later?
Is it next to that old Chicago?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, I keep seeing turnover.
Yep.
It's only turned over
so.
once. but
Okay.
it
That
turned
place
over
is
Maybe
really
just
turned
once.
over. It's always packed now. It's
Yeah. Nice.
Hashtag is gonna make it for sure because the cooks are just incredible. Like they have a great system down.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, we better wrap this up. But this has been really fun. I'm starving now, by the way, and I ate lunch 2 hours ago. I'm still starving. I'll
Ice
eat
cream
again.
time.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching the Real Estate Huddle. So if you have enjoyed what you're listening to and you'd like to hear more, make sure to press that subscribe button so that you can not miss out on any more episodes that are coming up. And also check out all of our contact information is below. You can see us at the dreamsmithteam.com to look up more information about our team and our history and all of the members of our team and see contact information that you can reach us if you have any real estate needs. See you next time.